Hello my beautiful people. So as you can see, different layout yet again. I feel like there's been so many changes recently. The reason I'm doing things differently this week is because it needs to be relevant, right? I believe that we incarnate when and where we choose to incarnate, because we understand that that time, that moment in time, the people that we're born to, that we interact with, that we come into contact with, are going to provide the right conditions and impetus for us to take the journey that our soul truly wants and needs to take. If you were born at this time, and it's an unprecedented time for a lot of people, if you were born at this time, you will be, or you're here at this time, should I say, you're here for a reason to experience this in some way, shape or form. This means that your soul signed up for this. And in order to keep it relevant, I want to help people understand, what is it that your soul is trying to learn right now? A lot of people are being forced to take stock, to stand still. The old contracts, the old world, the old spiritual contracts, it's all breaking down in favor for something new that is coming through now, for a new way of being, a new way of understanding, a new sense of connection. New connections are about to be forged. New ways of doing everything are about to be forged. So, the fact that a lot of us are either sort of on lockdown or having to stay still, having to take a moment. I talked about this in my daily email, if you get it, if you're on my list. And what I talked about was this moment where so many people are being forced to stop, to put their feet on the ground and say, right, okay, what do I think about this? What do I really feel is the next step for me? Why is it that this is taking place? What is my soul trying to learn? And I kind of see this time, when a planet goes retrograde, it sort of takes its journey and then it slows down. And then as it slows down, it starts to come to a stop, and it stations, and then its energy is magnified. What happens under a retrograde, backward, looking back, going over, reassessing, reevaluating, redoing, lots of rewords, rediscovery, remembering, bringing things from the past back for examination to be looked at, re-examining things, right? All of these words are what happen when a planet retrogrades. Well, then it kind of stops and tracks backwards, so we go back over that energy, and then it stops and it stations again, and then it starts to move forward again, and it kind of picks up speed and goes on its merry way. Well, if you think about it, the human race at the moment is kind of being forced into its very own retrograde. So rather than seeking out there or looking out there, this is a time to go within. What is your soul trying to learn? What is it that you are releasing at this moment in time? And what is it that you are welcoming in as a result of all of this that's taking place on this sort of deeper level? If you haven't seen it, I did a series recently on the spring equinox for the different the different elements of the zodiac. Check that out. It's on a playlist, and you can find that on the channel. Just hit the playlist button and you'll be able to find it. With that said, this is kind of a mini blurb to explain why the different format, what it kind of means, how it's going to shape up for you. I haven't stuck to the usual format because I don't feel like it's relevant at the moment. I feel like this is the stuff that is kind of more relevant for us, and will probably be more relevant for us over the course of the next week. So let me know, do you love it? Do you loathe it? And with that said, you are heading into your personal taroscope for the week ahead. Take care, love you much, and I'll see you soon. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subber, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I'm still doing those. You can get that on the link in the description box below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So You've seen the blurb, here we are. What is your soul trying to learn this week? You've got the Sun card. Your soul is trying to learn, Sagittarius, that the universe has you, that you are safe, that you are held, that you are protected. Sun card is the most powerful card in the deck. It's the lightest and brightest card in the deck, and it adds power, strength and light to everything that it touches. This card is basically saying that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and what your light at the end of the tunnel, light in the darkness, all the rest of those cliche sayings that you can think of. Your soul is trying to learn how to get back to innocence and purity, and how to ultimately see everything as something that is trying to teach you. That's one of the biggest lessons of Sagittarian energy, is it not? To understand that there is meaning hidden inside everything. This is about you reconnecting with your own innocence, with your own joy. It's about you reconnecting with life in a way that is truly vibrant, that is truly powerful, and ultimately helps you understand that you are 100% blessed. Beautiful. You couldn't ask for any more than that, right? Okay, what are you releasing at this time? The Ace of Pentacles. Your understanding of the way that money, finance, materials, all of those things, your understanding of these things is what you need to release now. Your Ace of Pentacles is, it can be anything from a job interview to money itself. It can be the growth of finances, the growth of money, and what you're releasing this week in your Ace of Pentacles is this old idea, this old paradigm of money, of finances, of the way that the material world works. This is about you releasing that understanding so that a new one can come in. And if you look at this, you've got the Sun card shining on the Ace of Pentacles, which is basically saying if you let your fear go around money, finance and materials this week, I promise you a brand new era of these things will enter your life. This is beautiful, really. I mean, these are gorgeous, gorgeous cards. You're being asked to really release whatever material concerns that you have at the moment. And that's not to say that this isn't real, it's not scary. Of course, it's all of those things, but it's basically a message to say don't be ruled by them, because there's a new beginning on the horizon for you. And then finally, what are you welcoming in? You've got the Strength card. What you're welcoming in is a time of vitality, of strength, of power. What you're welcoming in is a time where you are going to either move into a different era or, expression of your work, of your own personal understanding. This is about you moving into a place of alignment with the things that really speak to your heart, the things that really capture your soul. This is about you delving into and, focusing your energies or welcoming in all of the things that are effectively expressions of who you choose to be, of what you really believe you are, of what your purpose is. The Strength card is about your heart, but it's also about channeling all of your emotions and energies to marshal your inner resources, to direct them at the things that you want to create more of in your life. This is about walking forward on a brand new path. I mean, that in itself is very self-explanatory. There is a new path opening up for you, Sagittarius, in a really big way, and it's going to rely, the way that you're going to connect through on this is all through the internal planes, all through the internal, the internal space this week. That message is the deepest one, and it's come up for everybody this week in some way, shape or form, which is why there's the blurb at the beginning of the video. All right, so let's have a look at your key to the week has just jumped right out, and you've got the Moon card. So this is basically saying to you, whatever confusion or whatever confusion you have felt or are feeling, whatever clarity you need, you're only going to find it by going within. You have to go to the deeper places. And I'm not talking about, so in your meditation, it's not enough this week just to go to that place where you feel calm and peaceful. You've got to go into the depths of it, into the depths of yourself, so that you can get to the true sort of essence of who you are, because it's trying to speak to all of us in some way, shape or form. I really believe that this week. All right, so with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Remember, we are a community. Please be in the comments, talk to each other, share things with each other, share your stories. If you want to share with me, you guys know where you can find me. Take care, and I'll see you soon.